seconds. Hi, everybody on Facebook.
Live.
Hello, everybody out there on the wonderful YouTube, and
Or 24/7 WPL. WWW.
Okay, let me just get this, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get going here with that. And are you ready?
I am ready. Can you feel it? Can you feel the energy? Are you ready to get excited? We are. Join us here on What's in Your Loaf, streaming to you live from 21.6 The Net and 24/7 WPL. Today on What's in Your Loaf with Skeet and
Deek.
We're going to talk about sunglasses, a hairbrush, and fishing wire. So let's get started. Deek, how has your week been?
Boy,
What's been in your blow?
Been crazy, but good. Now, is it fishing wire or fishing line?
Well, let's take a look.
Let's see. What does it say?
Let's take a look here. This says
What do we
it's
got?
Trilene XL Smooth Casting, Super Strong, Low Visual Green, Pew Vis Vert, which I guess is French for
Fishing wire.
low visible green. It doesn't actually say whether it says it's super strong from Berkeley. There was at some point, let's see, 300 yards on here. At some point.
300 yards.
Looks like it's been used. Maybe there's another 150 yards on here.
Yeah,
10-pound test, L4 14.2. There you go. And the reason we wanted to share this with everybody
Chad, how
out
are you?
there.
Tim,
There.
glad to have you with us.
Chad, Tim, is fishing line, fishing wire. What do you call it?
Yeah.
There on the folks on YouTube. This, along with this lovely pair of shades, we've got, for those of you who are just super, super cool. Do you, Deek? Do you wear your sunglasses at night?
No.
No, I don't either.
At my age, it gets you can't.
Yeah. Did you remember the song?
Visibility. Oh, yeah, I do.
Sunglasses.
I wear my sunglasses.
There you go.
Night so I can.
You're right on top of it. But dark shades, I wear prescription lenses, so these will not help me at all. And then, of course, we have, I'm going to hold this delicately because I don't know where it's been. We have a hairbrush by Ace, an Ace hairbrush, folks, right there. And today only on What's in Your Loaf, you can have this fishing wire, these sunglasses, and this used hairbrush from Ace. And if there's anything extra that comes with it, well, that's just free. But all of this can be yours. If it is yours, you got to let us know. Someone left these in the studio. They've been in a bag in the studio for what, 2-3 months now?
Yeah, 2 or 3 months now.
2 or 3 months. So if this is your stuff, let us know. Come and get it. Otherwise, next time we clean, we're going to donate it to the Dumpster Pals, right? The non-for-profit Dumpster Pals.
Not yet.
Because we get no profit out of that.
Right.
Or if you'd like to buy said items, if you'd like to sponsor 21.6 The Net or sponsor 24/7 WPL for any amount that you're willing to give, you could receive a lovely pair of used sunglasses. A lovely...
And they don't appear to have been sat on yet.
No, not yet. They have not been sat on yet. It doesn't appear. They're a little floppy.
Yeah, no, those are,
there.
and those
They're
are
all right.
Those are gas station quality.
Yeah,
those are
at
picked
least.
up. Yeah,
at least.
Those are the glasses you pick up on the way to the boat.
Yeah,
because you forgot yours at home.
On the way to the boat, and there's again probably about a good 150 yards left, half a spool.
At least
of this 10-pound test.
Nice 10-pound test.
10-pound test. And then, of course, I'm picking it up at the very end.
Not mine.
Not mine either. It does come with, preloaded with hairs.
Yeah, there's hair
in it. There's hair in it.
So
you could DNA it. Sure, you could, but preloaded with the hair.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set these elsewhere
Candy.
now.
Hi, Candy.
Get these away from the bread.
Glad to have you with us on What's in Your Loaf.
So, Deek, tell us what's been in your loaf this week.
You know, I've been doing a lot of traveling over the last week, 6 days, and listen, this is just a public service announcement right now.
Mm-hmm.
You might be the only passenger or driver in your automobile, but you're not alone. I mean, people can see what you're doing inside that vehicle.
If you don't have the number 10 window tint.
Hey, and most people don't around Chicago. I'm just going to lay it out there. And, whatever you're adjusting or picking at, or
it's not a secret.
Y'all can see it. So a lot of the traveling, I've been in my truck, in my Toyota Sequoia, and so I'm up high, and I can see into these vehicles, and it's interesting.
Is it?
It's very. We have seen a lot of things. Now, fortunately, the people who've been passengers in my vehicle have been sleeping or glued into their phone not to see some of the things that I've seen. But let me just say, if you were changing in a locker room at the gym, I've seen everything except butts.
Everything except butts, because butts were in the seats. I imagine
the seats, right?
Oh,
of all sorts of ages.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's not just that. I would settle now for just somebody singing karaoke style in the car.
Just enjoy that show.
Yeah, it has been truly amazing. My adventures into Chicago over the past month, because we had the train pier, and now I've had Blackjack Gentlemen's Club happening all in cars.
That's something else.
And it just, and every family dynamic you can think of as well. There were several times I saw the passenger, the parent that wasn't driving, turning around and yelling at the kids.
Hey, knock that out.
Hey, don't make me stop this.
On the 90. Don't make me stop this. On the 90. Right. I'm sure.
But yeah, everything. That's just my public. Regina, hi, glad to have you with us. Just truly, what's in your loaf this week is you can be seen inside your vehicle.
At all times.
All times.
Again, if you don't have the dark window tint, if you're not sitting on the back of a blacked out limo, you've got zero privacy.
Let's understand, you got zero privacy.
And I don't think, I agree with you. I don't think a lot of people realize that. They're in there. When you're inside, you got your door closed. And I drive all over as well. I'm not on the freeway all day, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm driving on the local roads of Milwaukee, Chicagoland. And I've seen people go 2 knuckles deep in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you really?
Are you a thumb or a pinky picker?
Actually, I'm the outside.
Yeah.
The idea of going around in there.
Spelunking.
Yeah, going spelunking lost its appeal when I was, a kid. Yeah. I was no longer a nose spelunker.
Yeah, that's
when I was, after being, so I'm an outside, and usually, I've always got napkins or tissues in the car, for dabbing and such. But, or if now you guys can bear with me here, I'll get real gross. But sometimes a napkin can become finger if it's absolutely necessary.
That can.
But you don't have to use your own. So don't use your friends. That has that old saying go, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Or at least you shouldn't. And you shouldn't invite your friends to pick your nose.
That's right. And that's just, So, but I've seen all. I've seen, the knuckle divers. I've seen the pinky explorers.
Yeah.
And the nose, I don't know, what is that little flaker, I guess.
Well, yeah, you get and that's always too, because just in case someone sees me, I want them to see the hook.
Yeah.
And not go, oh, look at what that guy's doing. Because or if I've got this hand, you're doing the bent finger flick. So as to say, I have some class.
Right. You got to have a little
Class.
Just
very
a little
tiny amount.
Right. Just a little.
But because sometimes you got to do what you got to do to breathe comfortably whilst you're driving. I get that. But yeah, I've seen not just the other day, 2 knuckles deep. The ear cleaner folks, the ear.
Oh yeah.
Diggers.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Well, yeah.
Now my car is just
I like to use my keys for that.
A regular sedan.
Yeah.
And the keys work well for that. I've just got a regular sedan, so I'm up high, so I can't really see down in.
Right.
So I imagine I'm spared many.
It's amazing how many people's vehicles are rolling dumpsters. You can't believe how many hoarder type people there are on the interstate around Chicago.
Well, I've seen
cars just full of crap.
People who have cars full of stuff, like in their back seats and all kinds of just junk driving around. Like, how could you possibly need, unless you're moving?
Right.
How could you possibly need all that crap that's in your car? Yeah. So now I will say I do have a child. I have 3 children.
Yeah.
One of them has been admonished a few times to the point of cleaning out the car that they have.
Right.
And I'm saying they and them. And,
correct. Not he or she.
Yeah. No.
Right.
So as to spare feelings, but we've seen just ridiculous amounts of garbage. It's the squeaker McSqueaking chair. You can.
This is really.
I have this.
I don't want to throw off your mojo. This is your.
My feng shui thing is that stuff matches.
Yeah.
But we can get you the other. You had that black chair over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care if it's there, but when I'm just sitting here by myself. When I'm sitting here by myself, I just roll them over because no one sits in that, and that chair squeaks more than that chair.
Yeah, it squeaks all the time.
So, but we need to tighten it up and spray it there. So,
what's in your Loaf, and thanks. Steph, good to see you. If you guys are first time listeners to our What's in Your Loaf, this is it.
Yeah, man, we've got Chad, Tim, Candy, Regina, Steven. Man, some of these names I don't recognize,
and it's wonderful. And the cool thing is, right, is like we're over here on this channel. We're on the YouTube Live. We got a lot of things going on. This is just a show about what's in your loaf.
What's in your loaf?
What's in your loaf, baby?
What's in my loaf? You know what? I've had so much in my loaf. Everything from earworms this week to, and I finally got rid of that, so I don't want to revisit that, but. You know how you get those songs or those tunes?
Oh yeah,
things just stuck in your head.
Stuck
in your head. I had that earlier this week.
Right.
All the way to stuff in the news and pouty people who don't want to go visit the White House. That's I really don't want to go political. But one thing that was very interesting that actually got shared with me by a friend today, good friend. And we'll just call him John.
Let's just go John.
We'll just call him John. And
we won't call him Reverend John.
We won't call him anything else. We'll just call him John. We won't call him, the orator John. We won't call him anything else like that. We'll just call him John, because his name's Bill. Right. But at any rate, so that we don't expose his name, we'll call him John. He was having a conversation actually today, and he actually called to share this with me. And it really actually made my morning. It was fantastic because, as he was talking with another fellow, and they are older men.
Yeah.
They tend to be a little on the conservative side. I get that. I understand, as do I. They were a little frustrated with some of the things as far as gender identities going. And they thought, if people really must identify as 800 different genders, and that's their prerogative,
that's it.
You identify as whatever you want. Identify as a marshmallow. I'm fine with that. I really don't care. I may try to roast you and stick you on a s'more, but just stay away from, the campfire, and I think you'll be all right.
Do you burn them or brown them?
Oh, it depends on the mood.
I'm a burner.
Because see, I like to burn. I like to catch fire, and then if I'm in the mood that I want to, because I get the big ones, and then I'll pull that off and eat it because it's burnt sweet.
Have you skinned one?
I've actually gotten 4 skins off of the bigger ones. That's I've never beaten 4 skins. But now if I'm doing the s'more thing, then I want a nice, lovely brown golden toast, because then on the inside it doesn't get too gushy wet.
Right.
But it's nice enough to put on the chocolate.
Right.
And then with the graham cracker, melt it a bit, not make it runny. And when you bite into it, it's just nice and gooey enough.
I understand.
But, back to their discussion on the gender issue, they decided that they would actually like to, if they're going to complain about it, they want to do something and they want to get active with it, and they should lead. They decided, we should really lead with it. We're going to complain about it. We should lead about it, set an example, and really go for it. And one of them said, then I am actually going to go outside completely, completely out of the box. And he's decided now to identify as an aardvark. So, there you go. He's going to identify as an aardvark. Aardvark. Which means that he is now a TK, TransKingdom.
TransKingdom.
Not trans-species, because a species is actually mammal. Aardvark is a mammal. We are mammalian. And humans are
mammalian.
Mammalian.
All right. Yeah. So
he's going all the way down because from species you go to genus, then family, then order, class, phylum, and then kingdom. Kingdom is the specific type of the species all the way down. So he wants to be TK, TransKingdom. And I think, if that's what he wants to do, we'll recognize him as an aardvark. Why not? I may even stop and, dig up an anthill or two, throw a few ants in a box. Or
why aardvark? Why did he choose aardvark?
I don't know. I wasn't part of that conversation. I was just told this by John Bill.
Yeah.
And John. And I don't know why he chose aardvark, but he was clear with John that he didn't want anybody else to copy him.
Nobody else. He is the only aardvark.
He wants to be the aardvark.
Doesn't want to start a trend.
Doesn't want to start a trend. He specifically, he is not the walrus. Cuckoo.
Angel, how are you? Penny, hey, how are you?
Hey, Penny. Hey, Angel. So again, not the walrus. He didn't go there. So John is trying to figure out what he will be.
That would make the shortest parade.
Yeah, the TransKingdom, the TK parade.
The TK parade.
I don't know what the flag would be. I haven't figured, because it's for the aardvark, but suppose then you have a lemur, and then an antelope, and then a cheetah, and then a meerkat, or just start going all the way down the list of every mammal you can think of. But then what happens if you go TransKingdom into a boa constrictor, or some other type of reptile? Because a reptile is a species.
Hey, and and I'm just going to catch everybody. Listen, folks, you're listening to What's in Your Loaf.
What's in Your Loaf?
Right here on 216 the Net, and also out there 24/7 on YouTube.
Yeah.
And What's in Your Loaf is a show specifically about nothing, about everything.
Nothing, everything.
And we just try to bring a little levity to the world, because there's not enough levity right now. So we'll make fun of a lot of things.
Completely.
For fun.
It's just
if you're new to the show, leave a comment. Hey, what is it that's in your loaf?
Comment there. Comment out there.
Comment over here. Let us know what's in your loaf. We love to laugh. We love to make fun of things and people, and that's what that's what life is about. Is trying to find the funny.
Just the funny inside of everything. So I was thinking that if I were to choose a TransKingdom, I would either want to be the elusive gray rhinoceros, or a silverback gorilla. But I don't. I really enjoy just being who I am. It's just fun. I like me.
I'm okay being me.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll trans anything.
Yeah, you're not going to go to that parade.
No.
I might go because they're
to
my
the parade. Are they
friends.
throwing candy?
Maybe.
They
might throw treats of some sort. Treat, but I mean, how far do you go when you go TransKingdom? How far do you go?
Right. I mean, do they start throwing the food that you get out of the gumball machines at the zoo?
Yeah,
Those little pellets.
The little food pellets, because I'm not really down for that.
I don't. Yeah, there was no need to sit out there. And let's talk about that too, because right now parades are a big thing, right?
Oh, really big thing.
Why do you parade? I mean, let's be honest. Why do you go to parade?
Why do you want to see the show?
What show?
Number one. The show, the thing that is going to walk down the street. The reason you are in a parade is because you want the attention. You want you're there to say,
that's why you're parading.
That's why you're parading.
But why are you spectating the parade?
Because you want to see that show. That's the only reason to go. Unless you have friends and you don't really want to go, but you're like, they're friends, so we'll go. We'll say, hey, there's our friend.
You're out of your adolescent age.
Yeah.
As well as I am.
Yeah, haven't been there for a long time.
So how different is every parade you've ever been to? They're not. You see the same thing.
Well, you see some people waving in a car and other people waving in another car, and then usually there's a tractor pulling something,
sort of wagon.
Wagon with something built on it.
Right.
You can only watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade so many times, and then secretly you're always hoping that one of the balloons falls on a bunch of people and they all go. Oh.
Now last year I did see something. I did see something interesting. And I got to think about this on what it was. It was the Catholic Church, and they had a Jesus buddy with his thumb out.
Buddy Jesus, yeah. Buddy Christ,
right?
Yeah.
And then they had a cardboard cutout of the Pope.
Okay.
Right. And I'm emceeing this parade, and one of the priests comes running over because he knew the other bald guy. Tim. We were doing it. He's like, Tim, look, we got the Pope in the parade. And I go, well, isn't that interesting story? Because you got Christ on there, but you'd rather point out the Pope.
Yeah. You got Buddy Christ right there. Thumbs up.
I think I'd be bragging more about that.
The OG, the OGJC.
The OG, right.
OGJC, and you're bragging about the Pope.
You got the Pope.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I mean, I'd be a little, anyway,
more communion wine, please.
And
then, of course, he turned and walked. He went and caught up with the.
He went
with
caught
the
up with the Pope.
Cardboard Pope.
Cardboard Pope.
Cardboard.
For all your paper sins, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
it was funny though.
Hey,
look, we got the Pope.
I will say, and this is true story. I accidentally, and it was 1991 or 92, 93, 91, 90, early 90s. This is before I moved out here with my wife. My wife was with me in Kansas City.
Yep.
And we were in Kansas City, coming out from where we lived over in the Westport area, came out, pulled out, down, driving out. And there were some really odd people on the side. And I'm like, what the heck? And I pulled out, went out, and I suddenly found myself going the wrong way in the midst of a pride parade. But it was like one of the...
When you say...
I was going the wrong way. I was driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was driving. Walking against
I was walking against. No, I was not walking. I was driving. Dave, there was no barrier there.
He's like, hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah. Everybody's like, what?
Everybody's so happy here.
And my wife's like, all of a sudden, I hear my wife go, oh my God. And yeah, there were some special bits on display and some unique people. And again, this was early 90s, a long time ago. I'm like, there's nothing else I could do. I'm heading that way. There's no getting off here, no getting off there, no getting off anywhere for me in that environment. But, so I plowed my way through sorry, folks. I just had to throw it in. Plowed my way through going the wrong way in a pride parade back in the early 90s. And That was the last parade I was in.
That way, hey.
I've not been in a parade since.
Well, I mean, at least the last one you were plowing through the gay pride parade.
So
I'm sure they were grateful.
I hope so.
Very grateful. I tell you what, this quick half-hour show is quickly running down. We got about 5 minutes.
We do.
And as we always do here on What's in Your Loaf.
Yeah.
I have an echo someplace.
You do have an echo someplace, and I don't know what that happened, how that happened. That was really bizarre because I heard that as you were as we do.
Anyway, as we do here on What's in Your Loaf, Loaf actually is an acronym.
It is an acronym.
And this week it stands for?
This week, Loaf stands for L.O.A.F. Lethargic Orphans Ascend Flaccidly. Lethargic Orphans Ascend Flaccidly. So if you experience or come across
orphans
ascend flaccidly. So if you come across a lethargic orphan and they're going up a flight of stairs, maybe help them along the way.
That's right.
Give them an extra arm.
And go flaccidly.
Yeah, because you don't want them to go flaccidly up the stairs.
You don't want a flaccid loaf.
You don't want a flaccid loaf. You don't want a flaccid anything, really.
No.
Flaccid's usually
lethargic orphans. So they're tired already.
They're tired already.
And they don't have a home.
They don't have a home.
And they're climbing the stairs.
Of life.
Maybe we should put some inspiration music behind
you
that.
Got some? I don't have any inspirational music for this. I'm sorry, I don't. But we can go back to our theme music this week. Are you ready?
Are you ready
to get excited? Come on, lethargic orphans. Let's put some juice in your caboose.
Let's get it going.
Get it going. So that's our acronym this week. Lethargic Orphans Ascend Flaccidly.
Now, again, we invite everybody. Be part of the show, but you got to bring a loaf. We've got several small loaves there.
Yeah.
Hey, give us an acronym of what loaf is.
Yeah, share your acronym. And we'll mention it on here. We'll say it.
Hey, today's loaf comes from Penny Estes. Penny Estes from Colorado. I don't know where she's from.
I don't either.
And it wasn't necessarily from her. Just the first name I saw.
Yeah, Penny Estes right there. So Penny, what's in your loaf? Tell us someday.
Hey,
we'd be happy to hear it.
I would like a penny for your thoughts.
Yeah. There you go. Here she is. You may have Penny. Give me your thoughts.
Yes, give me your thoughts.
So sorry, Penny. We just see you sitting there and your name there, so we're just picking on you.
We could have talked about Chad too.
Yeah,
Chad's that funny friend you have. He's got 2 first names.
Yeah, Chad Scott.
Chad Scott. And then it's always confusing.
Yeah, because it could be Scott Chad.
Could be Scott.
Still be the same guy.
Could.
So if you just flip it around.
Yeah.
Now we do have on the table today, there's a loaf in our bread basket. I'm going to leave that there because I'm actually going to take that home and give that to my wife.
Oh,
but we also have, because the TransKingdom conversation came up, I found a package of many different types of things.
Red and yellow,
a brown rye. There is a whole wheat. There is a sesame seed, and there is another fennel seed. Now, these are all, technically, I suppose they're dinner rolls, but they were all in the same bag.
Let's just call them a
small loaf. Small loaves, all in the same bag. Isn't that what
it is until it's actually split?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't it's a loaf.
It's a loaf.
It's just you slice it.
Yeah, until you slice it.
Then it becomes a bun.
So, and I figure, it was all in the same bag. We're all in the same bag. There's no getting out of it.
There ain't no getting out of it. We're in the same bag.
We're in the same bag. Right here.
21/6, 24/7.
We're in the same bag. So you know what? No matter who you're sitting next to, whether it's an aardvark, a panther, an alligator, a deek or a skeet, or a penny. Just say, hey, what's in your loaf?
What's in your loaf?
And share a little with them. You never know what you're going to learn. So that's why I picked that up. It was all in the same bag. I'm going to say, we're all in the same damn bag.
Now as we're talking about it, if somebody knows how to do a live video now from a business page, let us know that too. Because obviously Zuckerberg did something that I mean, last week we didn't have sound.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And this week we're streaming live from
the
your
group. Well, we love the group.
We love
Welcome
the group.
to the group. Thanks for joining 21.6, the group.
Yeah.
We love seeing you. There's great shows all over 21.6, all over 24/7.
Yeah.
Good stuff, good content where we are your daily dose of encouragement. Because really, if you think about it, if you take a look at us two, if we can do this, we have to be encouraging to people who've got talent.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe next week, I almost brought a banjo today.
Oh, you should banjo up. I got a buddy who plays the banjo. Maybe I'll invite him to be on. He could really. He's good at it. Are you a picker or a grinner?
I'm a looker.
Looker.
I have a banjo. I didn't say I could play the banjo. I just simply have a banjo.
I've got a banjo.
So
a few people.
No, I can't actually play it
this week.
I do have one though.
Yeah,
but I never learned to really play it.
That's it.
So.
Well, that horn signifies that this show has come to an end, and that's just because I pushed that button.
Yeah, no other reason.
No other reason. But we can't thank you enough for joining us right here on What's in Your Loaf this week. Special time. Usually we're on Thursdays at 3:30, but I've got to do some traveling this week.
Yeah, and it works out well because I have to help a client of mine do an interview at 3:30. So,
and listen, stick around because next week it's going to be a 50-year celebration.
50-year celebration
on the Loaf. 50-year celebration on What's in Your Loaf. We 50 years. We're gonna have our 50th right here on What's in Your Loaf. So stick around next week on the 18th of July at 3:30 p.m. Central. Join us again for What's in Your Loaf. I guarantee you it will have a celebration. It'll be wonderful.
Awesome. That sounds like a blast.
Beautiful.
So.
Well, let's play us out here.
All right.
I went to touch this screen. This isn't a touch screen. So let's just cue that back up.
And there we go.
Thank you for joining What's in Your Loaf.
And for Deek.
And for Skeet.
That's it. Have a great day. Enjoy your loaf.
May you be gluten.
Eat the gluten.
Yeah,
eat the gluten. Glutens
enjoy life.
Yeah, have fun. Have a good time.
Have a good
Life's
time.
too short not to have the gluten.
Laugh and make fun of some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Adios.
Right. Bye. So long.